Hey guys, Walls here.
And Shane Stoltz, and we're going to talk about pocket points today in our podcast.
It's the Pocket Points podcast. So you brought pocket points to me, right?
Yeah.
I'd never heard of this thing, and then it's quickly become like a game changer, potentially a game changer for me. So how did you hear about it, and why did you, what got you going with pocket points?
One of the things that I found is following, of course, other educators on Facebook, Twitter, those kind of things, that there's just tons of opportunities out there that I guess I'd never even thought of, or thought that someone else had developed something for. So for me, I found pocket points on a Facebook group of educators, and it just made sense that you could reward students for doing something that we're of course wanting them to do, and that is staying off their phone.
So how does it work? So you're telling me that so if I sign up for it and I've got my class set up and I join it, how do I get my points? What do I have to do?
So if you're a student, the main point of pocket points is the ability for you to earn credits based on how long you stay off your phone. So the more that you keep your phone locked, the more that you keep your phone not engaged while you're in class in a specific area, you can gain time or points based on how the teachers get it set up.
So when the thing that got me going, we actually today my lesson plan was about motivation. We're reading some short stories that we asked the question why do characters do what they do? We talked about the difference between extrinsic and intrinsic motivation, and it's really tricky to teach teenagers the value of staying off this thing for the sake of staying off of your phone. It's the right thing to do kind of thing. Because even me, we're all so conditioned, I have downtime, I'm gonna play on my phone. It doesn't mean conversations at dinner table. If somebody stops talking, I'm on my phone. So as soon as I stop talking as a teacher, they immediately I get to be on my phone. So this provides an external, a measurable way. Kids can actually, with the app, see how close they are. So they'll pick up that phone and it'll be dude, don't unlock this thing because you're this close to earning your next credit or your next point. And so I think that's really key is, if we can't convince teenagers it's a good idea to stay off your phone, because it's the right thing to do, this is a great way of using carrots and rewards to kind of get them to do it. Have you tried it in any of your classes yet?
I've got one class I've tried it with so far. It's my largest class. I felt like that was the sort of dive in, sort of head first.
Yeah.
So with what I've seen in class, the motivation is pretty quickly picked up. In my smaller classes, I have more one-to-one time with my kids, so I can keep them engaged more directly with me. But when you have a class of 25 or more, it seems to be when your back's turned, instantly you're not looking at them, they have a little downtime. So for me, it's just a way of me keeping an eye on them in a different way. I always start too, when you're talking about motivation. For me, I started my motivation with statistics, which really isn't what I planned on doing. It's
numbers.
It's not a game changer for my students. But when they start seeing how many times they unlock their phone, they instantly argue with you. I don't unlock my phone 140 times a day. But then when you start showing them statistics of what an average person does, every once in a while they're like, I'm going to check this and see if I actually unlock my phone how many times. And they've come up with that, it's pretty close. They unlock them more than what you think.
40 times, wow.
So that motivated them a lot, that they say, I don't want to be known as that, or I don't want to be seen as that. For some students. Other students, it was just that carrot of putting it out there saying, hey, we'll do some things in class that maybe we wouldn't do. So that helped.
I'm excited about trying it. I've got some questions, and I guess we'll probably follow up with another one about this where we go in depth. If you go to pocketpoints.com/teachers, it kind of shows you typical rewards and how to set it up. They've got a great website just as far as introducing you to the concept. It's pretty straightforward. But I imagine we'll come back here, I guess, in maybe a week or so and see how it's going. I'm going to try to do some goal setting, and with the classes, I've learned that if you let the students just kind of have free reign with goal setting, they come up with very ridiculous things.
Week out of class.
Oh, we get to stay home. We as teachers have control over that kind of thing. So
I try to let my kids, at least on this first class, do some of the goal setting, but it was structured goal setting. So I would say would you rather have a snack in class that I bring to you, or 10% extra credit? Would you rather us have a day where we don't do any research and we do coding, because it's a coding class, so we do some fun coding projects? Or would you rather 5 points on this, or maybe skip a homework assignment, that kind of thing. And did sort of one of those things. Whereas goal settings, they felt like they were taking part in it, but they really were skewed in one way or another because of options I gave them.
That's kind of the goal of teaching anyways, right?
Yes.
Like make them feel like they thought of it on their own, but really it was us all along.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's awesome. I'm going to steal all those ideas. Thank you guys for watching this week's podcast. We'll catch you next week. And I guess you're supposed to like and smash, like the video, smash the subscribe. I don't know, one of those things. Anyways, we'll catch you guys next week.